Good evening, all. I, Divya, President of JNN Arts and Science Women's College, in front of you. Hearty welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Prasanna Venkateshwaran, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Naveen Jayachandran, our Principal, Dr. P. Rajalakshmi, students and their parents. Welcome you all to the webinar session. Sigaram Todu, Choose a Dream Career. This is a career guidance program for 11th and 12th State Board CBSE completed students and their parents. Today's webinar session is to discuss about the Department of English Literature, the career opportunities available in the field of English literature, the domains and the demands in the field. To discuss all these, we have Mr. Prasanna, who is an English language trainer with over 15 years of experience in language training and assessment, Cambridge Assessment English Speaking and Writing Examiner. He is also a founder of LTAC Services. He trained more than thousands of students and teachers across the country and delivered numerous sessions, seminars, and webinars on various ELT and soft skill related topics. So we have Mr. Prasanna to guide us how to choose the right path after +2 in the field of English literature. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Divya. A very warm good evening to all participants here. Ellarukkum vanakkam. This session is all about what you can do after you choose a language study in English literature or English language. So many of you will have some questions primarily on choosing which subject to study after 12th standard. You will have a lot of pressure from your peers, from parents, from family, from your friends on choosing different career or choosing different courses in a college. So today, that kind of a confusion is going to be cleared, and you're going to have clarity on certain things, why you should be choosing a BA English Literature or a language course, and primarily the job opportunities available if you complete a BA or MA in English. So let's move on to the session. When you choose BA has got two different divisions in English itself. One is English language and literature, and the other is English language exclusively for English language and BA in English language and linguistics. But a majority of colleges in our country offer BA English and BA English language and literature, which is on the left hand side. Meaning இங்க பாக்குற மாதிரி இதுல ரெண்டு different core subjects, English language, BA English language and literature, and BA English language and linguistics. First, I'll talk a bit about the English language and linguistics, which is not a very common subject chosen by many because it includes grammar, comprehensive study of phonetics, linguistics, syntax, semantics, phonology, morphology. Then we also have a detailed study of the skills related to reading, writing, listening, speaking, application of the language and use of English. Apart from that, language assessments and assessment creations are also a part of this English language and linguistics program. But in the, most of the colleges in our country, English BA English language and literature, அது ஒரு காலேஜ்ல அந்த நேம் டிஃபரெண்ட் வரும். ஒரு சில காலேஜ்ல BA இங்கிலீஷ்னு மட்டும் சொல்லுவாங்க, ஒரு சில காலேஜஸ்ல BA இங்கிலீஷ் லிட்ரேச்சர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பட் primarily it means BA English language and literature. ஸோ இந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் யூஸ் பண்றதுப்போ நம்ம we study a lot of core skills, history of English language, communicative English, phonetics, art of phonetics, ஒரு foundation course phonetics, not a very phonetics course like we will have BA English language and linguistics. Then we will also have translation theories and principles, rhetoric, research methodology. Then we will also have history of English literature, நிறைய types of literature like Afro-American literature, American literature, British literature, contemporary literature, and multinational prose, அதே மாதிரி poetry, drama, novels, short stories. And one important paper is also literary criticism. So,
Sir, sorry for interrupting, sir. Your voice is not clear. Sir? Prasanna, sir?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sir,
ma'am, I can hear you.
yeah, your voice is disturbing always. You have some lot of disturbances in the audio.
There's some disturbance somewhere. I can hear some disturbance. Probably mine is a bit clear here. Okay, just give me a moment. I will disconnect and connect again. We'll try if the voice is okay. Is it fine, ma'am?
Now it's fine, but when you start talking, delivering me, then it is somewhat there's a lot of interruptions in between.
Okay, so if it is clear now, shall I proceed or I'll just disconnect and connect again?
When you start your presentation, I think it's happening, sir. Something, sir, are you able to identify it, sir, Naveen, sir?
No.
So your voice is not heard, sir.
So you're muted.
Sir, I think you're muted, sir.
Yeah, Mr. President, your voice is breaking up
No,
in between. Yeah, I mean, you can disconnect and connect again.
Yeah, let me try disconnecting and connecting.
Yeah,
again.
we'll
Sorry.
stay here, so you can just
Yeah.
right to the live room. Yeah.
Sure.
Mr. President, are you back?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll just look at
See
for
for-
a couple of minutes and then decide.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is my voice audible?
It's audible. We'll go ahead. We'll just review it in a couple of minutes. Yes, you're audible. Divya, you can hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, sir, I could hear you.
Yeah, but Mr. Prasanna is typing on the chat window.
You can hear me. Is the voice clear, and are you able to see the
Yes,
presentation?
yes, go ahead. We are
Yes,
able to see
sir.
the presentation.
Yes,
Go ahead.
sir.
Okay, right. So sorry about that brief technical glitch, problem somewhere. Okay, so as I told you, in our country we have colleges offering predominantly this English language and literature course. So with that differentiation between English language and literature and English language and linguistics, we now move on to English. Why we should be choosing BA English language and literature. Now it is the first and foremost thing is the pride in doing a BA in English literature and language. The reason why I have listed pride is because we have millions and millions of other graduates, other subject graduates like BA or BSc in science, MSc in science, different subjects. But BA English has always been a very unique subject, very unique stream of study, because a science graduate doing a BSc in biology or chemistry can only go for a job that is related to this particular subject. That is number one. Number two is any other graduate, எந்த டிகிரி படிச்சிருந்தாலும், இன்ஜினியரிங்கா இருந்தாலும், சயின்ஸ் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸா இருந்தாலும், இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது ஆர்ட்ஸ் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸா இருந்தாலும், எந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் இருந்தாலும், இங்கிலீஷ் இஸ் அ கோர் பேப்பர் விச் தே ஹாவ் டு லேர்ன். இங்கிலீஷ்ல கிளியர் பண்ணாம இட் இஸ் டிஃபிகல்ட் ஃபார் தெம் டு ஹாவ் தி கிராஜுவேஷன். நம்பர் டூ. நம்பர் த்ரீ இஸ் என்ன ஜாப்க்கு போனாலும் மித்த சப்ஜெக்ட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எந்த ஜாப்க்கு போனாலும் இங்கிலீஷ் இஸ் தி ஒன்லி லாங்குவேஜ் ஃபார் கம்யூனிகேஷன். So when students study this language of communication as a course for their undergraduate program, it is definitely highly advantageous than any other subject. Number two is respect. People who study literature and language, English language, it can be any literature, but especially here BA English literature and language. Students who study this subject have an exposure to a variety of life skills, whereas a science graduate or a math graduate will be only focused on technical lines. The life skills is something that they miss learning in colleges. But in English, students learn a lot of life skills through literature. That's why I mentioned they are able to understand life better than any other graduate. And it is a course that offers language and communication skills, which are considered to be the most important key skills for survival. The next point is visibility. When you have acquired the expected language skills through BA English literature course, you stand apart from other students. So you are known to many. You become visible to many. You can highlight yourself to many companies. And thereby the way people look at you becomes completely different from the way people look at other department students or others graduates. Now, multiple employment opportunities. As I said, English literature, English language is the only course in the world. It is, I'm insisting again, it is the only course in the world that has a wide range of employment opportunities. So, which is what we are going to see in the next slides. English literature, BA English literature படித்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு மட்டும்தான் இங்கே amongst all other departments in this country or in this world நிறைய employment opportunities இருக்கு. But இது வந்து ஒரு காமன் ஒரு 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 அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், ஒரு மிஸ்கன்செப்ஷன் ஒரு மிஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் கூட சொல்லலாம். இங்கிலீஷ் படிச்சா, பிஏ இங்கிலீஷ் படிச்சா டீச்சரா தான் போவாங்க, இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஜேர்னலிசம், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 2-3 ஆப்ஷன் தான் இருக்கு ஜாபுக்கு அப்படின்றது வந்து ஒரு காமன் மிஸ்கன்செப்ஷன். ஸோ இன்னும் வேற அடுத்து வர்ற ஸ்லைட்ஸ்ல இன்னும் நமக்கு எவ்வளவு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்றத we are going to see. And golden career opportunities. So people can not even think about such a wide range of opportunity. அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகான employment and career opportunities. And survival and adaptability skills are more for English language students than any other department students, and edge over all peers. Then you will stand apart from other students in your class if you do BA English literature or BA English literature and language. So உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஏதாவது இங்கிலீஷ் லிட்ரேச்சர் படிச்சுட்டு உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச என்ன ஜாப் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு, if possible you can use the chat box, or if possible you can kind of unmute and say என்னென்ன உங்களுக்கு தோணுது அப்படின்னு பார்க்கலாம். Let's see if it is possible you can respond here, otherwise we can move on. What all opportunities do you think are available for English language students? You can name a few. As I said, teaching job தான் போக முடியும், இல்லைன்னா ட்ரைனிங் பண்ண முடியும், இல்லைன்னா ஜேர்னலிசம், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 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 சில ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் மட்டும்தான் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கலாம். Yes.
Someone have answered. Devaruti have answered that call center job.
Okay, I'm not able to see it. Okay, let me see. Call center job. Okay, fine. Call center job போலாம், கண்டிப்பா போலாம். But good. Apart from teaching, உங்களுக்கு call center jobs போலாம்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கு அப்படின்னா it is really good. You can go. But just look at the list on the screen. இப்போ உங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல இருக்கிற in the different opportunities, career opportunities for BA English candidates, பாருங்க எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னு பாருங்க. Copywriter, copy editor, proofreader, editorial assistant. EFL is English as a foreign language. So, and the teaching category எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்த்து EFLT primary, secondary, higher secondary school teacher, assistant professor, associate professor, or a reader, or assessor and examiner, tutor or a mentor, research scholar. So in the madri there are multiple. If you want to really count each number of opportunities, it is more than 60 different jobs that you will get with a BA English literature or language. 60 plus opportunities, which no other department students have got. நீங்களே ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. ஒரு B mechanical engineering student, he will go for what kind of a job? இவ்வளோ opportunities இருக்குமா? இல்ல BSc science graduate, BSc in biology or maths or zoology or whatever it is, இவ்வளோ opportunities இருக்குமா? இருக்காது. It is only in English language department. It is only inside the English language globe these many opportunities as career opportunities. Now there is a difference between a job and a career. இத வந்து ஜாபாவும் பார்க்கலாம், இல்ல career-ஆவும் நீங்க பார்க்கலாம். Job is something that you do on a temporary basis or a short-term basis, but career is something that you plan and fix it for a lifetime. So if you are planning to shift jobs, you have multiple options, and if you are planning to choose something as a career, again you have all these options. Now we are going to categorize all of these jobs depending on a specific set of criteria. So we will look at this. Now I've given in different font colors for you to clearly distinguish between the different industries available for career opportunities for an English language graduate. So there are about 12 industries, primarily 12 industries for English language graduates, starting with publishing, research, journalism, teaching, linguistics, writing, training, human resource, creative writing, entertainment, travel and tourism, and persuasion and others. So all these 60 plus opportunities can be classified under these 12 categories. So quickly we are going to look into each of these categories in detail. So எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிஞ்சது டீச்சிங் தான். BA English முடிச்சா டீச்சிங். So அந்த டீச்சிங்ல you have teaching and training. There are two different divisions in teaching and training. There's a difference, there's a sea of difference. There is a difference. Teaching is different, training is different. So teaching and training, you can take up these two professions if you have good command over this language and its usage. So you will be using a lot of course books and textbooks. You encourage students, you teach students, or you teach your participants on different skills. It is in any stream of language. It could be teaching, it could be training, it could be reading, it could be writing, it could be listening, speaking, or anything. Then when you are a teacher or a trainer, you will deal with a language that is spoken over almost all the continents. As I said, English is the only binding language of the business world and the academic world. If you are a teacher, you learn every day. You have to keep updating every day. And you work in a variety of settings. So you can work in a school, you can work in an institution, you can work in a college, you can work in a research academy, you can work in a corporate environment as a trainer. So these are different advantages of being a teacher and a trainer. Now teaching, there are multiple options again. You can be an English as a foreign language teacher. So you can teach students. It depends on the skill. Teaching and training is if you think you are good at teaching. If you think you are good at teaching, then if you are not good at teaching, it's absolutely fine. There are other options available which we are going to see. So if you are good at teaching, you can teach English as a foreign language teacher. You can be a primary teacher or a secondary teacher or a higher secondary teacher. You can get into college with your NET or your PhD as an associate professor, assistant professor, reader, and then scope of you becoming the head of the department, head of the institution is more. And then you can also be an independent assessor and an examiner, which is a very niche market in the present environment. Being an assessor and an examiner requires a lot of assessing skills and language skills. You can be a part of a specific university or an institution. So you will be on board, or you can work as a consultant as well. You can also be a private tutor or a mentor. So எனக்கு வந்து டெய்லி ஸ்கூலுக்கோ காலேஜுக்கு போறதுக்கோ இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை, but I like teaching அப்படின்னா you can start your own centers. You can have different batches of students to train on your convenient time. And this private tuitions, nowadays these tutors earn a lot than any other profession. So that's all about teaching. There is one more division, that is the training. It is completely different from teaching. In the teaching and training main difference enna appadina, teaching we use a course book, we use a curriculum, ஒரு specific curriculum இருக்கும், அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு prescribed course book. But training we don't have a specific curriculum or a course book. So depending on the learner's level, learner's proficiency level, you as a trainer can modify the content modify the mode of delivery, design assessments, and then deliver the training, which is completely different from teaching. Completely different in the terms of on the uh, differences in curriculum and mode. Otherwise, that is also kind of a classroom teaching, but not a regular teaching like a semester or a school. Then in training, we have multiple different divisions. Like you can be a general communicative English language trainer, or you can be a trainer for specific purposes, which we call it as ESP, English for specific purposes. Say for example, இப்போ உங்க உங்க ஸ்டேட்ல இல்ல உங்க டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்ல ஒரு ஸ்போக்கன் இங்கிலீஷ் கிளாஸ் இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஒரு லாங்குவேஜ் ட்ரைனிங் கிளாஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அவங்க வந்து எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரே கைண்ட் ஆஃப் கண்டென்ட் கொடுத்து ட்ரைனிங் பண்ணலாம். ஒரு சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து வருவாங்க, ஒரு சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து காலேஜஸ் வருவாங்க, ஒரு சிலர் வந்து அடல்ட்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு ஹவுஸ் ஒய்ஃபாவோ இல்ல ஒரு வேற ஏதாவது ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற ப்ரொஃபஷனாவோ அவங்களுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் லாங்குவேஜ் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக வருவாங்க. பட் இந்த இங்கிலீஷ் ஃபார் ஸ்பெசிபிக் பர்பசஸ் அப்படின்னா டாக்டர்ஸ்க்கு மட்டும் இங்கிலீஷ் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குறது, இல்ல நர்சஸ்க்கு மட்டும் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குறது, இல்லைன்னா பைலட்ஸ்க்கு மட்டும் சொல்லி தருறது, இல்லைன்னா ஒரு கம்பெனில இருக்கிற ஒரு ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயிஸ் ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கிற எம்ப்ளாயிஸ் மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க. ஸோ இங்கிலீஷ் ஃபார் ஸ்பெசிபிக் பர்பசஸ். ஸோ இதை இன்னும் சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா முன்னால எல்லாம் ஒரே ஒரு டாக்டர் தான் இருப்பாரு. வி கோ டு தட் டாக்டர் ஃபார் ஆல் அவர் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். பட் இப்போ வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஸ்பெஷலைசேஷன்ஸ் வந்துச்சு. We have specialized doctors for dental related issues. We have specialized doctors for skin and hair, gynecologists, diabeticians, physiotherapists, ENT specialists, cardiologists, neurologists, different specializations. Something similar to that. English is also customized to specific group of audiences. So English for engineering students, English for teachers, English for aviation industry, English for lawyers, English for medical professionals or healthcare professionals, English for insurance agents, English for diploma holders, English for heads of institutions. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு லைன் ஆஃப் ப்ரொஃபஷனுக்கும் ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் இங்கிலீஷ் ப்ரோக்ராம் இருக்கு. English for specific purposes. Third is a voice coach or an accent trainer. So, like someone, I think Ms. Uma mentioned that CEOs or call centers are very common. So, you can be a trainer on how to speak a specific accent, Australian accent, neutral accent, American accent, or British accent. அந்த மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் அது வந்து ஆக்சென்ட் ட்ரெயினர். இட் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் தி ப்ராஜெக்ட் தி கால் சென்டர் இஸ் டீலிங் வித். அப்புறம் வாய்ஸ் கோச் அப்படின்றது வந்து சம்ஒன் ஹூ ஸ்பீக்ஸ் இன் அ நியூட்ரல் ஆக்சென்ட், பட் அந்த எந்த வேர்டுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் கொடுக்கணும், எந்த வேர்டுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் கொடுக்கக்கூடாது, இன்டர்நேஷன் எப்படி இருக்கணும், பிச் எப்படி இருக்கணும், அந்த மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ட்ரெயின் கொடுக்குறது தான் வாய்ஸ் கோச். ஸோ தட்ஸ் அ ஸ்பெஷலைஸ்ட் கோர்ஸ். தென் யூ கேன் பி அ டீச்சர் ட்ரெயினர். ஜஸ்ட் அ டீச்சர் ட்ரெயினர். English மட்டும் கிடையாது. You can there's a scope of you becoming a teacher trainer or a pedagogy trainer. Different classroom activities எப்படி நீங்க classes handle பண்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி டீச்சர் ட்ரெயினராகவும் ஆகும். Then if you don't like teaching but I am interested in doing something in education, you can be a curriculum or a syllabus designer. So say for example you have a set of students and your institution wants to design a course for them. It can be a curriculum or a syllabus designer. This is an independent option where the curriculum or a syllabus designer works with multiple institutions across the country or across the globe in designing modules, in designing syllabuses and curriculum for different sects of people, different groups of learners. So this is all about teaching and training. So we have seen just two out of the many different career opportunities. The next important is the publishing one. Publishing, if you are good at grammar, if you are good at spelling, if you are good at writing grammatically right, if you're good at doing it something consistently and complete and credible, then you can be a copy editor or a copywriter or a proofreader, editorial head or an editorial assistant or a feature editor or a commissioning editor. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் என்ன இது இந்த மாதிரி ஜாப் இது வரைக்கும் நான் கேட்டது இல்லை. இதெல்லாம் எது ரிலேட்டட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டீங்கன்னா, சம்திங் டு டூ வித் பப்ளிஷிங் ஆஃப் புக்ஸ், articles, research papers, including newspapers. நியூஸ்பேப்பர் தான் இப்போ எல்லாருக்கும் வெரி காமன்லி அக்சசிபிள் டாக்குமெண்ட். இந்த மாதிரி காப்பி ரைட்டிங் ஒரு காப்பி எடிட்டர் ஒரு ப்ரூஃப் ரீடிங். ஸோ டெய்லி நம்ம வந்து படிக்கிற இங்கிலீஷ் நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ல அதுல நம்ம பார்க்கறது வந்து ஃபைனல் ப்ராடக்ட். நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ல நம்ம பார்க்கறது ஃபைனல் ப்ராடக்ட். பட் அதோடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருந்து நம்ம கால்குலேட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, there is a lot of things, there's lot of stages, processes involved. First வந்து somebody will go and collect news, வெளியே போயிட்டு நியூஸ் கலெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு வருவாங்க. அதை வந்து ஒரு நோட் ஃபார்ம்ல எழுதி அவங்க காப்பி ரைட்டர் கிட்ட கொடுப்பாங்க. காப்பி ரைட்டர் will then collate the news and put that into sentences, and then it goes into copy editor. Copy editor will do some kind of change on the news item in terms of content, context, இதெல்லாம் change பண்ணுவாங்க. Then it goes to a proofreader. Proofreader will correct all the mistakes. அதுக்கப்புறமா editorial assistant approves that, clears it for approval. Then it goes to editorial head, then feature editor. So this commissioning editor, this is the process involved. So இது வந்து ஒரு ஹைரார்கி கூட சொல்லலாம். இந்த பப்ளிஷிங் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில இது வந்து ஒரு ஹைரார்கின்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். So there's about 6 to 7 different types of stages that has to be crossed for any specific news item before we get it on print on a newspaper. நான் அது வந்து நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ன்றது ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு தான் சொன்னேன். இட் கேன் பி அ புக், இட் கேன் பி அ ரிசர்ச் ஆர்டிக்கல் ஆர் அ மேகசின். அது மாதிரி நிறைய பப்ளிஷிங் ஐட்டம்ஸ் இருக்கு. இட் கேன் பி அ ஹார்ட் காப்பி ஆர் அ சாஃப்ட் காப்பி. ஸோ இது எல்லாமே வந்து இதர் இட் கேன் பி டன் ஓவர் பேப்பர் ஆர் ஆன் அ கம்ப்யூட்டர். அதனாலதான் யூ சி 2 இமேஜ் இருக்கும் இதுல. ஒன்னு வந்து ஆன் பேப்பர், you do all of these things online, and the rest of it, the other one is you do everything on a paper or a printed media. So this is all about publishing, which is also a very common industry amongst the BA English language students. This is a part, I wouldn't say completely, this is just a part of journalism, but still publishing as an industry is an exclusive industry where BA English language students have greater scope in being employed. Okay, research. நம்ம வந்து BA முடிச்சுட்டு அடுத்து MA பண்றோம். MA முடிச்சுட்டு அடுத்து MPhil or PhD. அது முடிச்சுட்டு ஒரு போஸ்ட் டாக்டரல் ரிசர்ச். இந்த மாதிரி படிச்சுட்டே இருந்தா நம்ம எப்பதான் காசு சம்பாதிக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கலாம். பட் ரிசர்ச் இட் செல்ஃப் கிவ்ஸ் அ லாட் ஆஃப் இன்கம். அது நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியறது இல்லை. நம்பர் 2, they think if they study they may not be able to earn. That is also another misconception that the students nowadays have. So if you are interested in the language, if you want to do any kind of a research in any specific subject or literature, it is also one of the professions that you can take up. But here it is more related to academic. So you will be focused a lot of your skills into critical thinking, analytical thinking, and you have to define. You can define academic and career depending on the personal interest that you have. You can expand knowledge and understanding of the chosen field. Say, for example, if you are interested only in drama or only in short stories or fiction, you can do research on those specific areas. Unlike BA English literature course where you study everything, research is focused on one specific aspect of the subject. அது எந்த பேப்பர்ல இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அதிகமா இருக்கும். இட் குட் பி ஆன் லாங்குவேஜ், இட் குட் பி ஆன் லிட்ரேச்சர்ல கூட வந்து ஆப்பிரிக்கன் அமெரிக்கன் ஆர் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் லிட்ரேச்சர். அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட்ல பார்த்தோம்னா நிறைய பேப்பர்ஸ். அது எந்த டாபிக்ல உங்களுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அந்த டாபிக்ல ரிசர்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ தி அட்வான்டேஜ் ஆஃப் டூயிங் ரிசர்ச் இஸ், அதான் அந்த லாஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட்ல கொடுத்துருக்கேன், யூ கேன் கெட் பெய்ட் டு டூ ஒர்க் that will help your career. You will continue to read, you will continue to do your research, but at the same time, you will also get paid for it. So again, multiple avenues to do to be a research scholar. Research scholar, you can be a postdoctoral research or a research assistant, and then you keep on progressing to become the research head or research dean. So this focuses only on doing research on any paper that you are interested at, based on the stream of study that you are going to do. Then writing. If you think, நான் English language படிச்சிருக்கேன் but I cannot speak, அப்படின்னா no problem. You don't have to necessarily speak every time, because different people have different skills. If I think I'm good at speaking, I may not be good at writing. But if somebody is good at writing, that person may not be good at speaking. So if you think you have a good writing skill, so what you can do is you can become a content writer, or you can become a technical writer, or a web content writer, or a web content manager, or an author, or a writer, or a blogger. So there are different avenues into this writing category. Now, if you think you can engage the readers and motivate them to do something through your writing, if you can really do some wordplay techniques in your writing, if you are able to easily transcribe some technical jargon for customers, and நம்ம எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் வாங்கினாலும் அதுக்குள்ள ஒரு யூசர் மேனுவல் வரும், ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் மேனுவல் அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் எழுதுறதுக்குன்னே தனியா ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷன் இருக்கு, and they are paid well. Actually, they are paid well. So we will look at those payment category later in the slides. So you can create content for user manuals or instruction manuals. If you are able to explain or understand any basic technological terminologies. So நமக்கு இப்போ வந்து most of us don't read user manuals, but as part of the company's policy defined by every single government, every product should come with a user manual. இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம வாங்குற மொபைல் போனா இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு டிவியா இருக்கட்டும், இல்ல வாட் எவர் யூ பர்ச்சேஸ், everything has to come with a user manual. That's a standard procedure, and that should also be online. So there's a set of people who sit, write the user manual again on the same writing process. Somebody writes it, somebody checks it, somebody proofreads it, அதுக்கப்புறமா publishing அந்த மாதிரி. Again, it goes back to that circle one. Web content writer is every website. The language of internet itself is English. So every website has to have a website manager, and the website manager will have to take care of the content. Is responsible for the content published in any website. So website content manager or web content manager is one of the avenues where being English literature student can possibly think of being with good language skills. And author, I don't need to explain it. If you have good writing skills and if you become an author, you don't have to do anything at all. You can sit at home, keep writing, and keep earning. You get royalty from the publishing house, you get honors and awards, you get special remuneration for all your work that you do. In case somebody is referring your point or your book statement, you get paid for that as well. And blogger is a very niche and celebrated form of an author. வந்து நம்ம ட்ரெடிஷனலா பாக்குற மாதிரி உட்கார்ந்து ஏதாவது எழுதிட்டே இருக்கிறது. blogger can write on anything. It is online. அவங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு தனியா ஒரு வெப்சைட் கிரியேட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. They keep writing and publishing there. It is a kind of a self-publishing as well, and people across will learn through those blogs. Travel and tourism is another very key important thing. Either on the language interpreter or a translator or a travel guide, tourist agent or tourism agent, and a language ambassador. So if you are here in India and if you want to be a language interpreter, you will have to do a different language course as well. Language interpreters are highly paid jobs, and there is a huge demand for this specific language interpreter role across the world. If you are multiglottal means when you know more than one language or more than 2-3 languages, you call yourself a multiglottal. Multiglottals are highly paid jobs in the English language industry. Journalism is very specific, except for the print media. The rest of all, where we use the news on TV, satellite, mobile phone, tabs, all of these things. Again, you research and write news. You persuade. You write stories for different nationals, regions, or local press. You can work for TV. You can work for any print media. You can work for a website. You can work for different companies. When you can also be an advertisement agent. So the journalism, the newspaper journalism, news reader, you can be an anchor or a compere. You can become a moderator for a debate show. Best, if you have to give a best example, நிறைய டிவி ஷோஸ்ல வந்து ஒரு மாடரேட்டர் இருப்பாங்க. That person will be monitoring or allotting time to different speakers, provided அவங்களுடைய லாங்குவேஜும் நல்லா இருக்கணும், அவங்களுக்கும் அந்த கண்டென்ட் நாலேஜ் இருக்கணும். So அதுதான் the moderator. Then channel host. It is a TV channel host. If you are good at your language, be a English literature or be a English language, you can be a channel host. Magazine journalism, like newspaper, there is also something called magazine. Magazine journalism. Then media journalist. இது வந்து வெப்சைட்ல இருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஸ்பெசிபிக் சேனலா கூட இருக்கலாம். So you become a journalist for that media. Advertisement agent is you create advertisement for companies. It's a very creative job. If you love traveling, if you love updating yourself, if you have creativity, then you can always look at doing any of these professions under journalism. You can also be a writer here, being a columnist. We have many different columnists. So every week, if you look at the newspapers, எல்லா இங்கிலீஷ் நியூஸ் நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு குரூப் ஆஃப் ஸ்பெசிபிக் பீப்புளுடைய காலம்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் வந்துட்டே இருக்கும் அந்த எடிட்டோரியல் பேஜ். So those people are highly paid for their views and for their writing. அது எழுதும் போது ஏதாவது மிஸ்டேக் இருந்தா கூட இட் இஸ் ஃபைன், பிகாஸ் அங்க ஒரு காப்பி எடிட்டரோ காப்பி ரைட்டரோ இல்ல ப்ரூஃப் ரீடரோ தே வில் மேக் தி நெசசரி கரெக்ஷன்ஸ். பட் தி பாயிண்ட் இஸ் காலமிஸ்டுடைய வியூஸ் எடுத்துட்டு நியூஸ்பேப்பர்லயோ இல்ல சேனல்லயோ பண்ணலாம். Creative writing, this is one more form of writing. You can become a script writer or a screenplay writer. You can become a novelist or a short story writer. You can also become a poet. There are many poets who write contemporary poems. You can participate in these competitions. இது வந்து full time work நான் சொல்றது. Now if the creative writing is not a part time job. None of these are part time job. Everything is a full time work. Being a poet is a full time work. Being a critic is also a very niche job profile. You give your views, opinions, and feedback on something that is published or written. So you being a critic is you have to read a lot of literature. Literature உங்களுக்கு interest இருக்கு அப்படின்னா you can become a critic. And reviewer and blogger, it is something similar to that blogging. Reviewer is a person who will read a book and give reviews. That itself is a different profession, being a reviewer or a blogger. Research skills, if you have passion for sharing your views and opinions, if you have strong imaginative power, you can be a script writer or a screenplay writer, novelist, and you will be hired by media houses, radio stations, film production companies, or anyone related to this creative writing. Entertainment, very theater arts performer, you can be a stand-up comedians. Nowadays, people quit their full-time jobs to become stand-up comedians. US, UK, Germany, இங்க full-time IT industryல ஒர்க் பண்ணவங்க அந்த வேலையெல்லாம் விட்டுட்டு குவிட் பண்ணிட்டு full-time comedians இங்க இருக்கிறாங்க நிறைய பேர். நம்ம சென்னையில இருக்கிறாங்க, there are many people across here. So stand-up comedian is also a good role. It's not something to be laughed at, but it is a very niche profile. If you think you can entertain others, if you think you are creative, if you think you have that passion for performing arts or imaginative power or sense of humor or acting skills, in the மாதிரி எல்லாம் இருந்ததுன்னா you can choose any of these things. You can be a theater arts performer, you can be an actor, you can be a director or an art director. Because you have studied language and you have studied literature, it is very easy for many here who can excel in these things. And we have a lot of living examples who have been successful in being theater artists, art directors, and directors who have studied English literature. Okay, this I have reserved it for the last because this is a very this is completely related to academics. So when you are in linguistics, please don't be surprised to see you can be a speech therapist or a language therapist. This is related to science, but if you want to be a speech therapist or a language therapist, BA English, BA English language or linguistics is the basic qualification. Lexicographer is a role that you will be doing to list down some new words into a dictionary. It is something like a dictionary writing. There are only a few lexicographers in the world. இதுல வந்து opportunities இருந்தாலுமே there are only a few who have really excelled in this. So if you are good at doing some research in linguistics and the language படிச்சு அது how to deal it, how the language is treated scientifically in other places. If you're a true lover of the language and if you're willing to learn the science of speaking or using it, then linguistics is one industry where you can excel. So options available are lexicographer, speech therapist, language therapist, linguist. Linguist is a person who studies a lot about the formation, meaning, and of a language. Form, meaning, and application is that. So linguist is a person who deals with or studies form, meaning, and application of words and phrases in a specific language. So when I say linguistics, it is by default English linguistics here. Okay, and you can also be a language interpreter. In the language interpreter, we had already seen it, but in the linguistics, there's a specialized language interpreter course, which you can also be a trainer or a teacher in linguistic subject. And one more thing is you can also be a translator. A translator and interpreter job are kind of different, but has got some similar roles in both of these things. Okay, so with that, I think there's one more, like human resource. Okay, human resource, you do this talent hunt, you can be a recruitment agent, you can be a presenter where you represent the company, you can be a brand ambassador where you take it across to different regions, you can be an interviewer, skills assessor, testing agent, sales and marketing. Everything is related to working in a corporate environment. So HR profession abhinave, most of the people who are HR professionals have completed BA. It could be English or it could be many, but BA English gives an advantage for them to be a good presenter, a good assessor, and be good at sales and marketing. The last one, and the very important one, I want to do a civil service. I want to be a civil service officer or a public service officer, and like a UPSC, TNPSC. I want to be a motivational speaker or a life coach, or I want to do a law as a profession. Abdina, this is the best coach for all of these things. Reason is BA English not only teaches life skills to us, it also teaches, we also learn the language that is required to communicate. So this specific category of persuasion is you are going to deal with other people, other lives, to the public. That is why it comes under this topic called persuasion. You can be a civil service, IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, all of these services, or TNPSC, any government job. This gives you BA English Literature is a course that gives you skills required to study and understand any type of competitive examination. Any type of competitive examination. And the adaptability skills, out of the box thinking, managerial skills, or public every day, negotiating skills, very important, negotiating and convincing skills. These are skills required for these professions: civil service or a motivational speaker, life coach, mentor, and a lawyer. So that's why this comes under this category called persuasion. So I think with that, we have largely covered all of the 60 plus career opportunities, not just job opportunities, career opportunities for a BA English Literature student. But now, the most important point here is Harvard Business Review says English is spoken at some roughly a quarter of the world's population. Others may use a different language, but it is English that dominates the business communication or business environment, a global business environment. An estimated 85% of international organizations use English as one of their working languages. என்ன subject படிச்சிருந்தாலுமே, it is English that dominates the working language in more than 85% of organizations in the world. And the last part, over 80% of academic journals are written entirely in English. I'm pretty sure you will know, even English language teachers, when they write something, they give it to somebody else to do a proofreading. Human errors are possible. So 80% of academic journals are written only in English. So அதை வந்து modify பண்ணி proofread பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் celebrate பண்ற மாதிரி ஆக்குறதுக்கு they require people like English language graduates. So at last, English is not just a language. It is not just a subject, but it is a skill. It is a life skill. It is a survival skill. It is an adaptability skill. So please, if you read English, if at all you want to be in any of those professions, please learn English as a skill and not as a subject. Choice is yours, but you have a wonderful opportunity here to choose your course of study as a BA in English language or literature. So it is now up to you to decide. And over to the host. Thank you very much. I hope I have covered most of the content on career opportunities here. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, so we'll have a question and answer section now.
Yeah.
There are some questions posted out here. You have told us so many job opportunities like publishing, writing, journalism, and many more. Among all these, which is the best way to be an expert and also to earn?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. If you want to be an expert in one specific field, the only eligibility is, or the only requirement is, you should be interested or you should focus a lot on what you want to do. So if somebody is a journalist, the person has to be creative. The person should be able to move around. The person should be able to convince people, get news items, collect materials. So the person should be good at those skills. Now, all these categories, the 12 categories that we just saw, are largely based on skills. If you are good, if you are creative, if you are creatively good, if you are good at creativity, then you have set of profession. If your teaching skills are good, then you have your teaching and training profession. If you are convincing, if your persuasion skills are good, then you can be a motivational speaker. Any skill that you have can be converted into an income. any skill, be it any skill, that can easily be converted as an income.
Yeah, sir. We'll go for the next question.
Yes.
When a person is after completing a BA English Literature degree, which is the best, like pursuing MA in regular and then simultaneously pursuing BEd in correspondence? Is that okay? Fine to be doing 2 degrees at the same time?
Okay. Now, there has always been some kind of a misconception that doing a course via distance education is not valued in many institutions. Although it could be possibly true, it all depends on what their long-term plan is. Every individual at this stage or before completing their graduation should have a long-term goal. Long-term goal is whether they should be doing a post-graduation or whether they should be going for a job directly. If their long-term goal is to complete a post-graduation, then they can always go in for an MA in English. Any course that you do at one time is always useful, wherein you're upgrading yourself. You can do other certificate courses parallelly when you do a main course, but definitely not 2 main courses at a time. MA is a postgraduate, which is a main course. BEd is again a main course, which is a basic requirement in this country to become a teacher. So there is always an added advantage when people do a regular course than doing via distance education. Distance education is for people who do not have time to attend regular classes, number one. Number two, distance education is for people who do not have the facility of studying a specific course in their part of the district or state. Say, for example, I don't have any course in applied linguistics. There is a special course called applied linguistics, but none of the institutions here offer applied linguistics. So I can look at doing a distance education in a different course.
Yeah, as you told, doing 2 main courses at the same time is something which take a risk. Okay, then they have a confusion here whether to take a MA or BEd. So how to clear that doubt?
Okay, good. Again, it goes back to point one. It all depends on the long-term plan that the student has decided. If you want to be a teacher in a school, you finish your BA, do a BEd, get into government services or just join any school. If you want to be a teacher in an educational institution, higher educational institution, BEd is not just required. BEd is not enough. You might have to do a PhD. In order to do a PhD, you need to do a post-graduation. So if your plan is clear, if you think, I want to work in a school, then you can do a BEd. If you think, I want to work in a college, then you can do a post-graduation in English and then do a PhD, then or probably do a post-graduation in English, clear NET or SLET examinations, and apply for an institution, higher education institution. I hope that clarifies the doubt. Divya, your voice is not audible.
Yeah, you're muted.
Now?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Then which master degree should a person choose for English as a foreign language?
I'm sorry, please come again.
Which master degree should a person choose for English as a foreign language?
Okay, see, English as a foreign language is not a course. English as a foreign language is one specific division that comes under teaching. So if I finish BA in English and if I have completed MA in English, then I can go as a teacher or a trainer for EFL, English as a foreign language. There is no course that offers, there is no course in the world that says it is MA in EFL or BA in EFL. It is a course offered to teachers. EFL is a course offered to teachers. So a course on teacher English as a foreign language teacher. There are many certificate courses, but primarily being an EFL teacher does not mean that they have to do a full-time course on EFL. Those are certificate diploma courses available. They can do it after finishing their BA or after finishing their MA.
Okay,
No
sir.
more questions, Divya?
Yeah, sir. We have more
Go ahead.
2 to 3
Go ahead.
questions.
Go ahead.
If a Tamil medium student, whether a Tamil medium student gets benefited by choosing English literature, what are the drawbacks that a person goes through?
I sincerely appreciate the student who asked that question. There is no difference between what you have studied and what you are going to study. It all depends on how you view the course. I've been from a Tamil medium school background for a few years. But then I chose to do an English literature. I started learning and I started loving the course. There used to be many students from Tamil medium who still study English literature and they have become good teachers. The medium of instruction at school does not correspond to what graduation you want to choose. Although some people say it is difficult for students to study English literature, and for those who studied from Tamil medium schools, some people think that it is difficult to study English literature. I would completely disagree because literature has got its own values. Literature has got its own roots for students. It all depends on how the students are able to understand and appreciate literature. That's why in the first slide I mentioned there are two different streams in BA English. One is language, the other is literature. So these students will have to focus a lot on improving their communication skills or the language skills. But definitely, appreciation of literature or understanding literature is not going to be difficult for them.
Yeah, sir. I think that's quite good answer for that. Actually, if a person knows other languages after completing BBA, a UG degree, can they directly be a translator?
To be an official translator for any organization or for a government or an institution, you need to have a qualification on learning English. So BBA does not have a core subject as English. It is only a paper. BBA or BSc chemistry or science or any of the other subjects do not have a core paper. If this BBA graduate completes a certificate course or a diploma course on language interpretation and translation, then the person can become a translator or an interpreter. You need to have, there are some specific courses. See, government organizations with different countries, they have specific requirements for translators and interpreters. Say, for example, if I want to be an interpreter or a language translator for a country like Japan, then I should have completed the C1 level of Japanese course. At the same time, I should have also completed an equivalent C1 or B2 level of English language course. I need to show proficiency in both the languages in order to be an interpreter or a translator.
Sir, you have any other questions?
Mr. Prasanna, could you quickly walk through the job opportunities or career opportunities abroad, like in terms of the various certifications? I mean, when you were there in Beck, So,
Yes.
I mean, when you were there in Cambridge English, I came across multiple certifications that people can take up to qualify themselves. Be a
Yes.
quick
Yes.
to
So,
just something about it.
yeah, I can. Just a second, I'll just get that. So, for any subject, for any course, not specifically for BA English, but any course or any subject, students have the option to do an international English language certification. Now, colleges will offer a specific degree course or graduation course. Apart from that specific graduation or a course, students can also do an international certification with multiple organizations, but I will briefly tell you about something that Cambridge offers. So we have these many Cambridge qualifications offered by the University of Cambridge. So it starts. There are different levels of it: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. Some students may be aware of the IELTS examination. That is only an examination and not a qualification, because IELTS does not give you a certificate. It only gives a score. Whereas the all other qualifications that comes under the Cambridge English qualifications, all students get a certificate from the University of Cambridge for their English language proficiency. So students at school level
Mr. Prasanna?
Sir?
level usually take up the business English preliminary, business English vantage,
Excuse me,
and
sir.
business English higher. Yes.
Your voice is breaking, sir. We couldn't hear you clearly.
Okay. Is it audible now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So students at the school level take up the A2T, B1 levels, B2 levels of qualifications. Students at the degree level and the postgraduate level take up business English preliminary, business English vantage, business English higher, or C2 proficiency level of qualification. So when students study in one specific institution, say for example, I study in a college, JNN College. JNN College offers me a graduation degree in BA or BSc or BCom, whatever subject I choose. At the same time, I also have the opportunity to receive a qualification from University of Cambridge exclusively for my English language proficiency or competence. So I apply for this program. I appear for the examination. I receive a certificate from University of Cambridge with different levels, different scores for the skills and the performance on all of those skills. So is that fine, Mr. Naveen, or do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
great, great. I just
have more
wanted people to
information?
have the takeaway on what are the various
Yeah. Okay.
certification options that they have.
All right.
So, so for people who do not know,
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
what about now? What about
Sorry.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. Much better.
So to all the parents and students who have logged in to attend this session, good evening to all of you. I'm Naveen Jayachandran, Vice Chairman here at JNN Institutions. So in terms of BA English, நிறைய options இருக்குங்க. Mr. Prasanna, our guest over here, he had listed a lot of options. I think there were about 40 or 50 that we were listed out. So there are a lot of opportunities, and even for engineering, I mean, there are a few niche opportunities for various engineering courses, but nowhere, for none of the courses, I don't remember seeing the quantity of the options, the number of options that a BA English graduate has after they're done with their degree course. So there are a lot of opportunities, and as Mr. Prasanna said, English is a skill; it's a life skill. Irrespective of whether you do BA English literature or not, read English for life, you need to have some level of fluency to establish a career in whatever fields that you might choose. drafting a letter in this day is also a big skill. Not many are able to do that. Even the other day, I was trying
Right.
to do it. I was breaking my head for about 2 hours, composing a well-drafted letter. Just writing simply for the sake of it is always possible, but to draft a good letter that will create a good impact on the people, on the person who receives it, is a tremendous skill. And so I wish all the students, the existing students as well as the upcoming students, get to choose BA English, or at least have it as one of the primary choices after they have plus two, after their secondary years. And, with that, I a few words about what we at JNN Arts and Science are doing for our BA English literature students. So from this upcoming year, we've already done it as part of the JNN RISE program. All the current students agree to that. But from this upcoming academic year, we have had talks with Pearson. So that is for the company with Pearson to introduce their digital learning solutions to learn English as a supplementary learning to the what the classroom teaching is all about. So that is something that we are looking at signing up with them, and there are various options. A lot of resources are available. The intent is what is needed from the student fraternity. So with that, I thank everybody for coming to today's meeting. The principal will have a quick bio or the profile of the institutions we laid it out, and then we can go ahead and conclude.
So, good evening all, to all participants. Respected guest, Mr. Prasanna Venkateshwaran, Honorable Vice Chairman, Sir, Mr. Naveen Jayachandran. We are very happy to have this webinar session here. Here at JNN Institutions, we offer a total package for the students who are looking for a greater college experience. Here at JNN Arts and Science Women's College, we have the learning experience which elevates this perspective and motivates the inner talents of the students and molds the accuracy in all the activities that they do. We enable the creativity and practical learning as well. Being a part of this institution will give you peace and fresh air to inhale wisdom. This program, Sigaram Todu, is a program which showcases the intensity and enlightens the career options that are available to the students who are at the first step of choosing the career in their lives. So at this juncture, we would like to say that JNN Arts and Science College does not only focus on academics. We do focus on non-academics areas such as sports, where we have a number of sports activities involved, like table tennis, football, badminton, etc. And now we have this academic year, we're planning to have archery courses also. And as Sir rightly pointed out, we are planning this academic year for going for Pearson digital learning classrooms, and also focusing on personality development programs, which is already existing and now also still going to continue further under the name JNNH. We're also proud to say that this English literature course in arts, this at JNN Arts and Science is integrated with journalism. So you can have a very good exposure to all this. Apart from journalism, we do also offer certain other certificate courses, which will give you a clear-cut idea and a weightage when you go and sit in front of a company for a job opportunity. And here at JNN, we offer 100% placement. The first batch of JNN Arts and Science Women's College is placed. 85% of students have been placed in well-reputed companies. We are very glad to pronounce that here. And at the last, I would like to thank all the participants, the parents, and the students who have been watching this session. And please do join us for tomorrow's session at the same time, 4 o'clock, for the Department of Computer Science and Maths. For more clarifications, visit our website, jnncollege.edu.in. Thank you, sir, Prasanna sir, for very patiently answering all the questions and very clearly explain the opportunities that are there in different sectors of the market. Thank you very much, sir, for your timely,
Thank you very much.
informative session and joining us for this webinar series. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, we
your-
couldn't hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Prasanna. I appreciate you joining us here today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I
Sorry,
think you have
not
given a
able to take the
very
last part.
Sir?
That's fine. Divya, go ahead. I'll call her.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Nice meeting
for
you,
giving
ma'am. Nice meeting you, women.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for giving
Thank
very
you, Mr.
brief
Prasanna.
information about BA English Literature. I think no one doesn't know that so many abbreviations in a single degree. You have given a very deep explanation about it and answered very well for the questions asked by the students out here. Thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you, parents and
Welcome.
students who have been watching this webinar session today. We'll see you all tomorrow evening to discuss about the Department of Computer Science as well as the mathematics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.